Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Celebrity and Variety Talk. I am your host, Josie Latimer, coming to you with breaking news story regarding the A.J. Armstrong trial. The trial was supposed to start on actually, I think today, and it was postponed until sometime in March due to evidence that have been well, at first they said evidence was lost, and then when I looked at the news at 6 o'clock p.m., they said the evidence was not lost. The evidence was taken from a locker, and they said it possibly was a janitor or someone that went in and with a key and removed that evidence allegedly. And so many people were wondering, will that hurt A.J. Armstrong Jr. for the murder of his parents? He's on trial for the murder of killing his parents, Dawn and A.J. Armstrong Sr., or will that help his trial? Well, actually, my take on it is that because of the fact that everyone already know and have already seen evidence from the first trial, even if it is going to be new jurors, from the evidence that they had in the past, they may go on that. And also, they can go on the witnesses. And also, they can go on that the alarm, all the new evidence that they can get, they possibly can get it again, such as the alarm service company. They can probably get that evidence. They can get the evidence of all the people, the teachers that knew AJ and what had happened between AJ and the teachers and AJ and the school. And they still have a lot of evidence, even though they may have lost the phone or someone may have discarded the evidence or even if it was misplaced. But again, on the news, I heard that the evidence, A.J. Armstrong Jr. attorney said that they have misplaced they lost the evidence. And that's not so. From what I heard on the news, they said they did not lose the evidence. The evidence was taken or discarded by mistake from someone else and not the DA. So the DA had nothing to do with the evidence being lost or the evidence being taken. It was taken out of the judge's chambers where all other people evidence stays locked up in the chamber, and somehow A.J. Armstrong Jr.'s evidence all of a sudden has disappeared. So what do you guys think on that? No one knows. There was a specialist talking about it, and he said no one can say what could happen in this particular situation. The trial still will go on, and it's sometime in March because they put it back. They possibly could have put the trial back because the DA could be searching for the evidence, and you never know. If someone did not discard the evidence, then they possibly will come up with more evidence than anybody could possibly imagine. Because in these particular cases, you never know what they had as an ace in the hole. You never know until the trial goes on. So, with that, you guys, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. The reason the trial has been pushed back because of the fact that evidence have come up missing, and it wasn't because of the DA, because they said that the evidence was locked in a chamber, the judge's chamber, and someone else with a key went in, possibly discarded it, whether it was by mistake, whether it was deliberately, or whatever. The fact still remains is that the evidence did come up missing. So this could give the DA time to gather more evidence for the trial. So actually, with them putting it off, it's actually helping the DA because they have more time to come up with more evidence and possibly steal some of that evidence that's missing. And no one knows. They could have an ace in the hole with that evidence. They could have had recordings of those situations. They could have more paperwork of the situation. No one really knows because they're not going to come out and tell us everything. The DA is not going to tell everybody everything. And AJ Armstrong Jr.'s attorneys are not going to tell everything. Everybody is holding everything until the trial begins. And it will go on because they didn't get it thrown out like they wanted to get it thrown out. And regardless, justice has to be served for the murders of Dawn and A.J. Armstrong Sr. because someone murdered them in their own home, and justice has to be served. Because I don't see them out here looking for the killers, do you? So it seems to me that they feel like they have what they want and they're going to pursue it. And that's just my take on it, you guys. So everybody is on pins and needles, even A.J. Armstrong Jr. himself, because they had a little brief preview on the news. And he said, yes, he's been on pins and needles and he hasn't been able to sleep because he wants it over. And I guess not. Because anytime you're wearing an ankle bracelet, you are accused of killing your own parents, and everybody is assuming that it is you that did it because you was the only one in the house, you and your sister, and because the alarm was locked, and so forth and so on. So yes, I think that everyone wants to see this trial get on the road. Everyone. To get all this stuff over with, to find out exactly what happened, and also to bring justice to the victims themselves, because they are no longer with us and they should be right here in society like everybody else, because they were raising their children, giving them the best life, and someone has to pay for their murders. Someone has to pay. Justice has to be done. And A.J. Armstrong Jr. himself should feel the same way, that justice should be served for his parents. His grandparents should feel the same way. The kids, his grandmother and grandfather on both sides should feel the same way, that justice should be served for their children. So that's just the way it is. And then also they should be trying to find out who actually did it if it wasn't A.J. Armstrong Jr. So with that, I'm going to end my show. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with more. And thank you for tuning in to Celebrity and Variety Talk. Bye.